Hello. Whew, barely made it as I was scooching my backdrop. I have a bookcase uh, and other things back there. I'm supposedly in the remodeling process. It's been a journey. I'll say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some things in front of that backdrop there. I before COVID happened, I no, I'm not even gonna blame COVID. So I did finally get financing to remodel, and then COVID happened, and so here we are, 2 years later after it took 20 years before. So yeah, um, you may see, like right now, you don't see it on camera, but you may see my cat um walking in front of me or being um annoying. He is being who he is. He literally is right now. Like, I don't know if you saw the glare from my glasses, but yeah. When I talk, he wants to know, who am I talking to? I'm talking to all of you. All right, welcome. Let me find some appropriate music for the season. Um, in the next few hours is going to be the spring equinox. We just um, came to the full moon a few days ago on the 18th. Not even a few days ago, a couple of days ago. So we are still under the influence of the full moon. Um, so again, let me find something appropriate to play while we chat. I didn't, you know what? I did put in, like, I was going to go live around 2 today, but then I was like, oh no. Other things happened, as life happens. Let's see. Let me find since it's spring equinox, uh I like I do crystal bowls and I do sound bowls. I'm learning how to play them myself. Crystal bowls, that is. Let's see. Crystal bowls might be nice. Crystal bowls, rose. Yeah, why not? As I am actually about to add into a beverage rose water. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. There's a few reasons why. Um, and I don't think, well, I don't know. I don't want to assume things, so I'll just tell you why. Um, Crystal water with rose quartz. I don't see what I need. So again, thank you for staying. So I do want to talk about how to bloom in this new season, and how to deal with difficult people who are, I guess, mainly narcissistic. Like, I'm gonna go deeper into that in a minute, but there are people who, they think their problems are more important than your problems, and I promise you, ooh, we all go through that. And I guess that's what people are calling narcissism. Um, I personally don't necessarily. I mean, I do, but I don't. I deal with them, but I'm like, time for you. Let me turn this down because sometimes I don't have the special YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on one. I don't think I'm gonna be on that long, but there is an ad on there, so I don't have That's what I mean by the special YouTube. I don't know. Maybe we'll go there. All right, crystal bowls. So yeah, there are people who they may be going through their journey and they're talking about words. I laugh only because I'm just like, they use words like "I'm triggered," and they throw them at you like weapons, and they want you to do something about it. But it sounds like they've learned some words and they really haven't really worked on inner work yet. Like they it's almost like somebody has learned how to change oil in a motor, but they don't know how to fix the alternator and rebuild the whole motor. They learn this one little thing, but then they don't know how to do all of the thing to make it all work. And so I've kind of observed, I don't want to say experience, I've observed that over the last almost year or so, where people just use certain words and I know they don't even know what they're saying or using it for, and it's very disappointing to me. um and so we are going to explore, I guess that's a form of narcissism in my opinion. And I don't know. I don't like I said, I don't necessarily deal with people like that, but might have to. And you may see me eat a brownie. It's look, hold on. It's not a special brownie. As you can hear, the prices of things have gone up. I've noticed, but I don't notice in that I'm doing okay financially. So I'm gonna eat and do what I want. You know. So make sure you as I work on things, um, learn to be more financially responsible and all this thing. Like I did notice, I guess I don't watch a lot of news because of my day job, but people are trying to scare people about inflation, things like that. I'm like, I'm not scared of inflation. There's things I do in my normal life which counteract that. So, and I'm about to embark on that as the spring is about to begin. And one of those things is fasting. A lot of religions do it, and I've been doing forms of it since 2015 or so. Um, and it's becoming more and more mainstream fasting, more and more like I guess acceptable with people, and not saying, "Oh, you're about to kill yourself." No, you're not. Um, I followed people like Dr. Jason Fung with Vesterberg. Um, I was there when the Nobel. Sorry, it's late. It's almost midnight, and I'm surprised I'm still awake. Sorry, I'm putting down my rose water now. The Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2016. I need to look that up. As much as I use that information, um, where people started to realize the idea of autophagy, and I'm going to explain that right now. I think it was 2015. So again, I'm going to Google that. No, physiology or myth. Oh, or medicine. How interesting. Um, so the prize was awarded to the scientists that realized that our bodies have this unique way of regenerating. And what it is basically we are eating ourselves. I mean, cannibalizing ourselves. And so when you don't eat, or, okay, so I don't want to make it that simple. So when your body is depleted enough of carbohydrates, your body will look for other stores of fuel. And if you do it well, you have already cut down on carbohydrates. And so when you stop eating altogether, then your body goes into itself to look for food sources. There have been studies of people who have lived a year without eating, only surviving on water. Okay, and so sorry, yeah, you're gonna see. Because I am actually loading up to get ready for a cycle of fasting. Lent is here. Um, Ramadan is coming. There's a lot of religious um things going on, and it's all based on the moon, the full moon, and yeah, and the dawning of spring. So yeah, I know Lent is officially here. Ramadan is coming in April, the beginning of April, and yeah, it is time to prepare ourselves, prepare our bodies for the new season. Okay. So yeah, back to the autophagy. So your body, if you like, I guess a normal weight and size, you should be able to survive at least a month of fasting. And that's what Ramadan is about, a month of fasting, a month. And the fasting lasts in the daytime hours versus the nighttime hours. And with other situations like Lent, you let go of certain things. And I guess at this point in time where we are in our life, in society, it's up to you to decide what you're going to let go of. There's some people who let go of alcohol. There's some people who let go of red meat. So there's some people who let go of sweets. So it is a spiritual time of year right now. So um I will be, like I said, observing it. I'm, like I said, preparing myself for it all in the next few weeks with, doing what I'm doing. Um, yeah, there's that. Sorry, I'm just being kind of random. I'm trying to play around with my lighting, and it's not doing what I would like for it to do right now. So, as I'll go into the reason why there is Lent. There's some people who don't know. Give me just a second here again. The cat and, and things. There is some reason why there is Lent. Um, to recognize the suffering of others, to recognize or to accentuate the ability that we do have when we don't um, have, let's just put it out there, the blood flow of our bodies concentrated on digesting food. Okay. When we don't have to focus on digesting food, our brains work better. We are clear in our thoughts. We focus more on our activities. So again, Jason Fung um, has done a lot of work around this, and um, I was already kind of, like I said, already doing this before I started watching his videos, but he definitely gives more of the scientific reasoning around it. And he is a an internal gastronaut. I'm looking for the word. Basically, of the stomach, in digestive, gastrointernal. I'll just say gastrointernal doctor and medicine. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna add some rose uh to my kombucha. Sorry. I bought some pure lemon juice today. Woo, it's strong, but you know what? I need it. And that's a part of, again, getting ready to fast. It's like you got to get your body ready for all of that. So kombucha, um, rose water, and I'll talk about rose in a moment. Rose water, lemon. Um, I wish I knew more about having the alkaline body versus the not alkaline body. So obviously, I don't know that much about it, but I do know that fasting is very, very beneficial, therapeutic. I do know that our digestive system is our third, second or third brain. Okay. When people said you are what you eat, they were not lying. When I want to say Hippocrates said, "Food, let food be thy medicine," he wasn't lying. I think it was Hippocrates. I really need to write this stuff down. As I'm working on a course about wellness, it's like a lot of these things I just kind of you know, picked up over the years, studied over the years because I cared about it. And it's not about being skinny, it's about being healthy. Let's see. I'm going to find, and I'm on Google, sorry. So, yeah, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food, Hippocrates. So, yeah, food. You are what you eat, okay? And I have such I don't know, such big thoughts on food product in America. And I call it food product because it's not really food. It's not really food. Sorry, my cat again is here. Hold on, watch. See, he's here. Food product. And I'm just, I'm so over food product that I just need more people to know what is actually happening in the United States when it comes to this thing. Even this week, I had a coworker. Well, I kind of practice, of course. Yeah, there are things I don't eat because it has been damaged by the food industry. And so this coworker was asking, well, I think I was saying like, oh, I don't eat certain things because it's allergy season, and I don't want to compound my allergies, so there's pollen or whatever. And so the coworker was like, "Well, do you think you have celiac disease?" And I was like, "No, I don't." Why? Because in Europe, people who allegedly have this disease have no problem digesting food, wheat products. It is not a problem with you. See, again, there's so much um, spiritual that we just don't, we think it's all our fault when it's not. They were making a food product. They don't care about us, you know? So I told this person, no, I don't have celiac. I do not. I've done an allergy test at least a few years ago. Nothing about it said about anything about wheat. However, I can't I know I can't do well with those kinds of carbs because of how American industries have manufactured this food. It's manufactured Frankenstein food. So yeah, I told him no. I was like, no, I don't have nothing. I don't. There's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with the American food system. Okay, there's something wrong with the American food system, and yeah, and with that, I don't eat a lot of American product. So I literally just finished eating, and I know I'm loading up. Like I said, I'm getting ready for a fast, but I'm loading up on things like broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. I literally just had like a whole bowl full of broccoli and cayenne pepper. It was amazing, and olive oil. So good, so yummy. And yeah, so I'm lowering slowly the carbohydrates that I did have, which I never really eat too much in the first place, except for sugar, obviously. But yeah, when it's time to fast, it'll be fine. Won't be any problem at all. And yeah, like I said, I've been doing it for some years now at this point, so I kind of know how to ebb and flow it all. And that's my spring. Dietary, that's my spring. And there is a spiritual element to that. So I want to probably do just a not a live, because as you can see, um I can be in a lot of places, and my cat is being, well, he went away. Um I can be a little bit more focused on the dietary spiritual aspect of food. Yes, it is a part of it. Okay, it is a part of it. So we got that, and narcissism. We live in a world that there's so many people who they think only of themselves. I agree. And they behave in such a way that makes you feel like you've got to cater to them, and you know you don't. I'm just going ahead and saying that, it's like the very thing that they want, you don't have to give them. I mean, I don't even know if I could even give lessons on how to deal with a narcissist, because it's super simple. Don't give them what they want. What they want is to talk about them, right? To deal with them and their problems and their whatever. You gotta have to think ahead though. So yeah, you must think ahead and be prepared for when they start, making it all about them. But I don't even believe in the narcissist kind of thing. Like, yeah, there's some people who are totally about themselves or whatever. I don't even think, I think part of it is that they're just not aware. Maybe if more people point out the thing of like, oh, well, there's other people in the world and there's other situations, then maybe this narcissism would go away. So I totally question the whole idea of what do you mean by narcissism in the first place? Because I really do think that in the age of social media, it's all about showing your picture, all about talking about you. I'm sure with anything that somebody says, like, oh, they're a narcissist, somebody could probably say, oh, well, you're a narcissist, right? Think about it before you start labeling others. It's like, could somebody say you're a narcissist? You know? And there you go. But I'm excited for spring. I'm excited for spring. I do have some things. I am a singer songwriter, and I I've been working on some things starting a few months ago. I haven't really worked with an engineer producer type in years, and I'm starting to. And part of it is just knowing that I know I'm a different person live versus recorded. And I recently played, like, last weekend, my at least one of the newer songs, and he was there. And so he was able to see what I really am like live and in person. And he's like, oh, well, maybe we need to adjust some things during the recording process. Because, yeah, I'm definitely not a click track person. And, that's a part of, what we do, what we learn about. As an artist, as a creative. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I am. And cheers to it all. So lemon. Whew, did you know? I don't want to get too woo woo, but you are electric. That's not woo woo at all, but you are electric, and we also are like conductors of other things that flow electricity. So there's things like, if you've ever made, like, I don't know, a potato battery or something with lemon and copper wire or something like that. So I just bought a lot of pure lemon juice, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. So I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen in the next few weeks with me. Again, that's a part of my getting ready for um sorry, my cat. Getting ready for detoxing for the spring, that kind of thing. So yeah, clean out your system. Kombucha. Rose. Rose, this is what I've read over the years, has the highest frequency element. It is the highest frequency element. And it is actually, when you buy it pure, a lot of people don't know this. So you have to be careful about labeling. So I do buy essential oils. I do use a lot of essential oils. There's like, okay, let me pull a shelf over here. So I'm gonna, there's like cheap stuff like this, for which the items are plentiful. I know I can easily just go anywhere and get it, and I know it's pure. And then there's things that, let me grab over here. Sorry. Um, Again, plentiful items. I don't want to show brands, but plentiful items that you will get pure um, essential oil from. And again, I'm covering up another brand. Um, so that's frankincense. I just showed rosemary and the mint. So those are, well, except for the mints, you got to be careful. So I do my research. Maybe I need to have a series on essential oils. There is a hold on. There is an essential oil that is not the true frankincense, so you have to be careful. The Botswana Seriata. So yeah, so you have to really be careful about you know certain herbs that are labeled. It's an undocumented industry. The FDA does not regulate essential oils, so you really do have to be careful. You have to be extra careful. So things like mint, which is like, oh, no big deal. Rosemary, no big deal. Frankincense, that's kind of where you start have to, pay more of attention to. But I'm grabbing. Let's see, I don't know what this is. Skull cap. Okay, so yeah, there are essential oils that you can ingest, some that you cannot. There are things that are so expensive because in their purest form, they're rare to be, made to be grown. And literally it is the essence of a plant. It's beyond, and this is what I told my mother at one point, is this is beyond the water of the plant. This is like when you super squeeze a plant or an object to its pure essence, you need lots of it. Okay. So rose is one of those substances that vibrationally is very, very high and very important for the spiritual community. And in its purest form, in essential oil, is the highest element. Okay. And so I do have rose water as a adequate I don't want to say substitute, an adequate it's gonna have to say substitute. Because if I wanted essential oil in rose, it easily in a bottle of, let me again pull down the peppermint. I'm gonna show the back. This bottle will hold, this bottle would hold half of an ounce, 15 milliliters. A bottle of this size would easily be $30. Easily. This bottle in peppermint form is just 5. So and I'm not saying it's expensive because of its spiritualness. Quite honestly, I'm surprised that it is that expensive because it's pure rose. There are blends you have to be careful of. Again, I might need to make a video of all this stuff that I've learned over the years. You have to, be careful of the labeling because there are people who will say rose essence or rose absolute, which I think rose absolute is the purest. Um, and then they'll say things like mixed with geranium. They'll say things mixed with 10% whatever kind of oil. And again, that's not pure. Essential oil is not mixed with anything, not anything. Okay. This is my trade secret to you as an alchemist. Essential oil is not mixed with anything at all. Hold on, let me take my glasses off. This is how serious I'm saying. Essential oil is not mixed with anything. There should not be olive oil, grapeseed oil, nothing. It is essential oil. So make sure you're reading those labels so that you know exactly what is going on your skin or in your body. So yeah, essential oils, like I totally can do, you know, films on that. And yeah, it took me some years around about the same time. I guess again, when I got really sick, I tried to go to the medical world, and in my heart, my intuition, they let me down. I'm just gonna be honest. Where I did go, and I told them something. Like I said, I need a physical. I don't feel like myself. I'd been sick um for a few months prior, and all they can tell me is like eat right and exercise. That didn't sit right with me. Something about that just did not sit right with me, and I knew. It's like I'm on my own, at least for this part of it. I need to know, what do I need to do? I need to know my body. And so I started watching lectures from the Mayo Clinic on YouTube. Ironically, people don't realize there's so much on YouTube. That all the there are so many medical lectures out there on YouTube about the body. It's like even just learning the basic how your body works or how your body should work. Okay. I can give you, yeah, there's some, tidbits, and there's things like herbalist or herbalism, things like that. It's become an amazing source for information. Cheers to YouTube. Okay. And I just started to just lean into that because I was so disappointed. And ironically, I made it a point and purpose to find a black doctor, a black female doctor, and she still did that. She still, it sounded, and it was scripted, eat right and exercise. And I was like, that's not what I came here for. There's something wrong with me in my brain because of the illness that I had. And yeah, it just didn't sit right with me. And so I figured it out on my own what it was, and I fixed it. But you must all be your own advocate for your health. hmm And here we are back to the springtime. So it is always good. There are people who um, monetize things like cleanses and things like that. I am so glad that now the research shows that you don't need any of that. Just don't eat. Don't eat. Drink water. Fast. Clean your system out completely the right way. Fast. Okay. So, yeah, there's that. I would like, hmm, I'll probably, like I said, I'm loading, if anything. Like, if you want to know what I'm doing, like, why is she eating all this stuff? And I'm loading and getting ready. I don't know if I want to do a complete fast because I still have to work, and it is kind of hard when you do work. But at the same time, my Muslim brothers and sisters, they are able to do it. So I have to figure out, well, what do y'all do? I have a student, at least one little sweet little girl. She is hadn't been her birthday yet, so she's still 7 years old, and she wants to fast. She said last year she tried to as a 6-year old. She wanted to. She's like, it's hard. And I was like, oh, sweetie, it's like, don't do that. It's like, if anything, it is, the child's choice. Officially, I guess they can't fast until they're 10 years old. But she tried it when she was 6, and she wanted to try it. She wanted to do it. I think she wants to do it now. The way she's so excited about it this year. Because it does produce such clarity. So I do want to touch on that before I move on. Um, if we're always looking for outside reasons to why our problems are our problems, there's no such thing. Not necessarily. Those are just obstacles. If you learn how to problem solve, nothing is impossible. And so, even the story of Jesus being in the wilderness and Satan, quote unquote, Satan, tempting Jesus with different things, he was fasting. He was looking inward. The Satan that the Bible talks about is within us, our inner demons, as they say, and they're within us. And that's why a lot of people meditate. Okay? Meditate and you pray. Oh my goodness. I thought I set this thing for 3 hours. Sorry. I was just looking at it. Wow. I've used this before. That's why. So, there have been people who meditate while fasted. You gain so much clarity. I've been in various fasts in my years, like I said. I think the most extreme fast, I've done 12 days without eating. 12 days. And all I had was water. And I think apple cider vinegar. Water and apple cider vinegar. That was like maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, it definitely was long before COVID. I'll just say that. It was way before COVID. Would I ever do a 12-day fast again? I don't know. That's something to think about. I would have to definitely prepare, definitely know that I wouldn't even be doing it to try to beat the record either. So it's not even about that. Like working into having autophagy. Again, back to that, where our body taps into our other food sources. I literally, like, again, back to me learning how our body works. Again, through YouTube. Wasn't a celebrity. I literally watched the same lectures that student doctors would watch about body systems, about how your body works. I still need to learn more about the adrenal system because I do have lots of allergies, and I would love to find a way to overcome those in some form. And but yeah, I learned about the body systems. Wasn't even about anybody selling anything, and even today, I thought it was funny. I saw an ad, an actor. She was selling, I guess, a product, and she was talking about how carbs are brain food. I was like, oh, ma'am, you are no. Somebody told you to say that because that's not true. That's not true, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So when you know, then you know. You can't be fooled. And I totally can do so many videos on so many different topics, only because I don't know. I enjoy the learning process. I do. I enjoy the learning process. There are people who don't, or they just don't have the time or the luxury of the time of being to hear it. But I don't know. I guess I have the luxury, and I will share what I've learned. Um, there are things I want to accomplish this year. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I don't think I can do a whole hour. I'm tired. Kombucha and the rose. Like I'm trying to filter. Is how can I explain it? Yeah, I'm trying to filter my body with enough sugar, fat, along with the good stuff, so that when I'm not eating, I'll be fine. And even that, like my job itself, it allows me to fast pretty well. So pretty fasted. I just stay away from carbohydrates. Like this is like the carbiest thing I've had in the last day or so. But I'm gonna load up, and then, like I said, I had a whole bowl full of yummy, yummy, yummy broccoli, spicy broccoli, and olive oil. Looks so good. So some things are simple. Life is simpler than people realize. Embrace food, real food. Like before I go, yeah, embrace real food. Yeah, I'm eating Franken food right now, like literally right now, but I'm about to fast. And after I eat this, I probably won't have anything until June, like this, until June, maybe. Okay. I'm not saying I'm not eating anything sugary, but something like from a plastic thing like this is Franken food. I will only eat the purest of pure food. Drink the purest of pure beverages, kombucha, rose water, lemon, pure lemon, apple cider vinegar, um, alkaline waters, cleaning out my system. You know, I already eat salads almost daily, and I may have to revisit the food allergies. And I know I'm will have. I don't want to say restrict. There will be a window of time for which I eat, because, like I said, I've been doing this for years. I already know. Like you can't do it continuously. There's some people who they try to be super like super uber about it all and be like, I'm gonna do it all the time. It's like it doesn't work that way. I I will say, because I did try that. It does not work for your system as a woman. Okay. You do really have to learn your body, work with your body. Okay. Know your body and know when to do it. So I'm also working with my body. I can't just say I'm just gonna do it. It's like no. And today's the last day of winter. In the next few hours, it's going to be spring. Springtime. I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. If you're with me, hopefully you're excited too. If you've stayed this long, oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. Since I've been talking about roses, this particular broadcast, if you actually heard and watched all of this, please put a rose in the comments. And then I know you're number one. Rose and chocolates, if you really were paying attention. So rose, a rose, or roses, the bouquet. Yeah, got my crystal bowl on. If you are interested in my crystal bowl playing, let me know. But my other music, singer songwriter type music, I'm in the works. It's working. I'm seeing my engineer probably in the next couple of weeks. We did a couple of sessions for which he has to mix and stuff. Um, I finally found some artwork, and if you know who I am, really and truly, I've always done everything myself. This is the first time I've had an engineer record my music. I've recorded all my own stuff. I'm lo-fi. I'm hoping to. I don't want to say, change up my image. Why not change up my image a little bit more? Got an engineer. I've always done all my artwork. I found my images, my main images that I want to work with. I'm super excited about that, and I have plenty of time to work on it because we haven't even we haven't finished actually recording any of the stuff. But anyway, with that, chocolate to you, chocolate. Um, oh goodness, oh, finger. Um, yeah, chocolate to you, and here's to spring. Narcissists can go somewhere. Basically, it's like, look, I can totally make a mini uh video about that too. If you want a mini how to deal with narcissism or narcissist video, you can put a target in the chat, like a target, because they're all about themselves, right? But you don't have to be. They can be all about themselves, but you don't have to be. So yeah, put a target in the chat, and I'll see what I can do. But happy spring. Wow, this is so, like, I'm even smell like, back to the whole Muslim community. They use a lot of rose in their teas and drinks and beverages. I'm sitting here just smelling the rose water in my kombucha. It's amazing. It is the highest vibration substance on earth. Let me double check to make sure, because I'm a nerd like that. Hmm. Highest. Ooh, highest vibration. Yeah. See? Because Rose is 320 megahertz, it is the highest frequency of all tangible things that we can literally put in our body. So it is the closest thing we have access to teach us love. Was I lying? I wasn't lying. 320 megahertz. Then there's sound, which is higher in some, form or fashion. But substances inside our body, oh yeah. What flower has the highest? Rose. Okay, they say of all the flowers, roses have the highest vibration. Rose reminds us that we constantly are being reborn, blooming, and regenerating. They remind us of the mystery and beauty and constant unfolding of life. I totally agree. I totally agree. So yeah, rose water. I'm telling you. And it's the most expensive. I said that before, but I'm serious. It is very expensive to buy pure rose as an essential oil. Okay? Read the labels. Make sure you read the labels. All right, so I'm gonna go because even though there's like what 4 minutes, okay, I can write it out 4 minutes. Oh, I'm tired, sleepy, and my cat. I'm surprised he did. I mean, he did come over here twice. Happy spring. As I smell this rose, I'm thinking about having a beautiful, beautiful experience with new recording. I speak about him and now he's moving. A beautiful experience with a recording. People, I'm not. I never really do it for recognition, but it seems like there may be more people appreciating what I do. You know, appreciating what I do. I'm excited. It seems as though I've yet to talk about any kind of like COVID restrictions or anything like that. Because I have seen people feel more relaxed. I will admit that I am a person that you will see wearing a mask continuously. As a singer, I was wearing a mask even before COVID because of pollen, that kind of thing. That was me. So you will see me still wearing a mask because I have to protect my instrument. This summer, I don't know. I haven't really planned anything. I need to start working on that. I'm hoping we finish the recording before summer so it can be released in late summer. Excuse me, late summer at this point, early fall. I would definitely like an official release performance in the fall or spring or winter of this year. I would like that. Even today, I thought about the premise of the recording itself might get, I don't want to say get changed, but I feel like there are other things that I can do that enhance the experience of the recording. Other things out there. And so my cat, he's over there. Yeah. I mean, we just keep creating. Keep creating. It's wonderful. And it's been a wonderful full moon here in Atlanta. It rained. It rained both days. No, it did not rain both days. I fell asleep one day. Like I totally, after work I couldn't stay awake. But it did rain at least one of the nights. But tonight is the third night, right? So 18th. Today's Friday. No. Yeah. Today's second night. I'm surprised I don't see the minute. So I might have to go outside to go find it. It's probably somewhere in the south horizon. Um, yeah, and cheers to you out there as we are getting ready to close in on the hour. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for joining me. Spring is here. Yay! Spring, spring. Rose water, kombucha. Cheers to you.